Hey, yo, welcome back to another episode of Chopping It Up with Mar. And I am your host, Mar. And I'm here with my boy, Big Don Don Celestine, man.
Yeah. Wagwan, man.
Yeah, I appreciate your time this morning, brother.
Hell
I
yeah,
really,
man.
really
I
do,
appreciate the
man.
invite, man.
Yeah, we've been rocking for a long time now,
Yeah.
man.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I
bro.
think I met you like high school. Maybe you was in high
Yeah.
school, maybe freshman, sophomore year type.
Yeah.
And he walked in the barbershop. I think your pops found me. Brought you and your brother into the barbershop, man. And we've been rocking ever since, man. We've
Yeah.
been locked in. You've been nothing but humble. You've been nothing but supportive. You've been nothing but a brother to me, man. So I really appreciate that, bro.
Likewise.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find loyalty anywhere in this world. So when you find it,
Yeah.
you cherish that, man. I cherish you, brother. I really,
Yeah.
really do, man. So how was it for you growing up, man? How was life for you growing up, brother?
It was very good. I'm very blessed to say that I got the parents that I do have. They made a way for me and my brothers too. I got two younger brothers.
Okay. Are you the oldest?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So you had to be the leader?
Of course,
You
yeah.
had to pave the way?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I like to think that I'm like a jack of all trades.
Okay.
So I try to do like a lot. Especially like when I was younger, I was more of an athlete.
Okay.
And then now I'm in the service too.
Oh,
So
nice.
kind of two different avenues, but I can do it all
Kind of
pretty
same
much.
thing. You still
Yeah.
got to be a team player, right?
Yeah,
You
of
know
course.
what I'm saying? So, you played sports in high school?
I did, yeah.
What you
I
play?
ran track and then I played football as well.
You play football? What
Yeah.
school did you go to? Shout them out.
Eldorado High School.
Shout out
Arlington Central,
Eldorado
Yorba
High
Linda.
School.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What position did you play?
I played running back mainly, and then I was on defense too, DB.
Okay, cool. So did you pursue any sports after high school, or how was that?
I did once after high school. I got noticed by D3 in Orange. It's Choppin University,
Okay.
and I didn't go for football. I went for track.
Okay.
I think I was more on the track side rather than football.
Okay, you was a
I think,
track guy?
yeah, I think I was more of a track star.
What'd you
than
run?
a football player. Sprints.
You was all sprinter?
I
You
was,
a
yeah.
sprinter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a little accident my junior year, so that kind of like set me back from like sports like for a minute, and kind of like put my mind on like different avenues too. So that's where
Was that junior year in high school or junior year in college?
junior high school.
Okay.
And then once I got to college, it was more like long distance. So
Okay.
like 400,
Yeah.
4x4.
Yeah, yeah. So what did being a part of a team or playing sports, how did that
Mold
prepare
me.
you? Yeah, how was that?
It was good. As far as like working with everybody else, it builds you to be like a team player.
You have to be.
It builds like discipline too, cause you got to like show up for everybody else.
Yeah,
Being like an anchor, so like
Yeah.
you got to finish strong,
absolutely.
and then coming to practice, being on time, or like being the captain too.
Yeah.
So
Was you always a leader? Did you always have a leadership quality in you, or you was always the guy that was just always in the background chilling?
in the beginning, I was more the guy that like try to stay out of the spotlight and just like do my part to help the team. And then as I've grown as like a player and like a teammate, I've kind of got
Evolved
those qualities.
into being
Yeah,
a
and then
leader.
you evolved to pretty much be like a leader.
Okay. Did you you get your degree from Chapman?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I dropped out.
You
yeah.
dropped out? Well, what was behind that, if you don't mind talking about it a little bit?
I just didn't like school in general.
Okay.
But
We're all not school people,
Yeah,
man. I
but-
hated school too, bro.
I had to give it a try at least,
Yeah.
because I thought at the moment that's what my parents wanted,
Right.
and I wasn't thinking about me at the time. So
yeah.
I went in for college, but it just didn't work out.
Okay, so between college and you joining the military, where were you at in life?
Pretty much bodybuilding full time, and then I was a truck driver as well. So I got like certifications for like damn near everything.
So you tried a bunch of different avenues.
I have, yeah. And CDL was my last one before joining the service.
Okay, and what was wrong with that? You never found nothing that you
I-
could really hang your hat on?
Yeah, I like making money. There's a lot of good money in truck driving, but I just don't see myself as being a truck
On the
driver.
road?
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. So what was your process to join the military? How did the first thought transpire?
Really, I've been thinking about it for a minute, but It was when I had a conversation with previous service members, so like other friends that I went to high school with, you as well. Um, it just put a different perspective on it because I believe like the military to be like everybody was in the front lines.
Yeah.
Everybody, it was just wartime all the
Right.
time and stuff like that. But I never saw it as I could go to college or I could do this or I could, learn a trade or a skill.
Right.
And then the other jobs that are in the military as well. Like I just
Yeah.
wasn't thinking about that part of it.
So you know people that actually serve in the military?
I do.
Friends, family?
I do.
You do?
Friends and family. Yeah.
Friends and family? So
Yeah.
you have some of your buddies that's serving?
Yeah. Even my family as well. They're veterans too.
Nice.
A
Shout out to
handful.
them, man.
Yeah,
Shout
of
out
course.
to them. So
They-
did you have conversations with them leading up?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
I got as much information as I could before.
What were your branches? Was it always the Army or was it Air Force included? What do you think about the Navy?
Yeah,
Marines?
Marines is crazy. So I was
That was out.
That was already out.
Okay.
And then Air Force was in the mix. Cause I was thinking about finishing school, or at least getting my bachelor's in something light, just to say that I have it. And then what's the other one? Navy. I don't want to be on
You
the
ain't
water
trying to be
for
on
that
the boat.
long. Nah,
Yeah.
nah, I ain't trying to be
I
over there.
feel
man.
that. So, what motivated you to join the Army and pursue the career path?
Besides the benefits, I would say it was physically in my realm of like what I know.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be like pretty easy for me to get through basic, and it was so far.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How did you prepare yourself physically and mentally before you left for basic training?
I think I was already physically there, but mentally I just had to lock in and just know that I'm,
So you
signed a
came
dotted
in
line to
shape?
actually, yeah.
You came in shape.
Yeah.
You always working out.
Yeah.
For all y'all don't know, my man got fitness videos cracking,
Yeah.
man. The guy's a beast, and I told him, you join the military, the last thing you're gonna have to worry about is the physical side of
He
things.
wasn't lying. Yeah.
Right? If you could do push-ups, sit-ups, and run, you'll be straight, bro.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do.
Nah.
But for some people, they can't run or they can't do push-ups or they lack in certain areas and it make it hard for them to complete basic training.
Yeah.
So for you to be already going in shape, you went in with a one-up, right? You went in with an advantage because a lot of people come in out of shape and they think I can get in shape once I get there.
Yeah.
And
They just don't want to do the work.
it's no
Or-
time
or
for you
they
to
can't
get in
do it
shape
either.
when you're there, right?
Yeah.
It's like once you get in, you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And they not trying to understand. Hey
Oh, nah,
man,
they look all
because
past
some
that.
people come in smoking cigarettes. Some people come in smoking weed.
Yeah.
And they ain't been to the gym. They ain't got no fitness in their life. So when they join the basic training and day one start, they struggle.
Right.
And that's half the battle is getting through the physical side.
Yeah.
So coming in, I know that must have been easy. Not easy, but you know what I mean? It was better for you because that was one thing you did not have to worry about.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging part of basic training for you?
I think the most challenging part was that weather.
The weather?
To
Where
be honest with
where
you,
was your
yeah.
basic training at?
It was in Missouri at Fort Leonard Wood.
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Yeah.
That's where I did my AIT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there. I was there for about 7-8 weeks.
Yeah.
I did my AIT
Not
there.
bad at all.
And yeah, but it sucked. It really, really did. I don't know how people live in Fort Leonard Wood
Yeah,
in
I
general,
don't know either, man.
but that shit was hell.
Yeah,
You know what I
especially
mean?
being a drill sergeant, like putting in the hours and then you got 2 years to be there, man.
Yeah.
Like
So how was your drill? How were your drill sergeants?
that was cool. I had a handful of them that was already from Cali.
Okay.
So that's how we connected, like right when I got there.
Yeah.
And then, as time went on, they saw my PT scores, and then like I was stepping up to be like PG, the guide on, the person that like holds the flag,
Standing right
things-
next to
things
the
like that,
standing right
yeah.
next to the man.
front and center. So like I
Absolutely.
said, I stay back, and then once they start noticing me like doing little things, they start pushing me up to do the bigger things. So
Yeah.
I'll,
And that's rewarding.
yeah,
And that's rewarding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because not a lot of people get those titles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's so many people there. They may want it, but they can't get it.
Yeah.
And if they do get it, they can't keep it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So for you, you already a leader. You're a born leader. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's fitting that you stand in front of the platoon.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's fitting that you march to platoon a child. It's fitting that, you know, you call cadences and they march to your beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you actually have that quality in you.
Right.
So your drill sergeants, were they hard on everybody, or were they just selective on the people who they decide to pick on?
As the weeks went on, they were a little more selective and
Because you
definitely.
got 3 phases, right? You got your red phase.
It was 4, so we went in at. I think they added another one, so it was yellow phase when we went in, and
Okay.
then it went to white.
And that, well, yellow phase is mass punishment.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody get in trouble.
Right.
One person fuck up, everybody get in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
It went yellow, red, white, and then blue.
And then
was
red is still
the last
mass?
one. Yeah, pretty much the whole
Everything
time.
is still
pretty
mass
much the whole
punishment?
time it was mass.
Okay.
They said, you know, after white we would do like individual, but like
It really
nah,
did.
it was really just mass.
It's about being a part of a team, right?
Yeah.
That's what we was talking about
Yeah.
earlier, being a part of a team, and holding each other accountable. But it sucks sometimes when you're doing the right thing and you get punished because the next person can't figure it out.
right.
But it's big because in war type settings, we all have to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can't hold me accountable, if I can't trust you or you can't trust me, then I mean, shit, we may not make it back home. You know what I mean? And you got a family, I got a family, so I gotta trust that you're gonna be vigilant, and you gotta trust that I'm gonna do the same thing.
Right.
And that's the part that they try to teach you in basic training. It just really sucks because some people, they can't figure it out the whole damn time,
Nah.
man. It's
Nah,
like,
they can't.
bro, we've been here
It's
for
real crazy. But
right. We've been here for what, 2-3 months, and you
Yeah.
still making the same mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, so how was that for you? Because you coming in older, mature, disciplined. So how was it to have to deal with other people's mistakes?
Yeah. Even it was a little bit better because like some of the young cats would try to help the other ones. So like there were some 18-year-olds that would try to help the other young 18-year-olds, so that would help it out. But honestly, it's just crazy how people like, you know, keep repeating the same things that they be doing.
Right.
But I mean, I was just rolling with the punches because you know we have to.
And you
move
there.
forward. So
You there.
It is what it is.
You
yeah.
stuck. It ain't
Yeah.
like you could just say, fuck it, I'm gone.
Yeah,
You can't
nah.
just turn around and leave.
Nah.
You signed that contract and you here now.
Whether it's a uniform issue or a attitude issue, somebody not eating, like it was a lot.
It's always
But-
gonna be something, right?
But yeah, it's always that one person.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So, how did you stay motivated during the most demanding days in the military or in basic training? I'm sorry.
Just knowing that I had, you know, week after week. You know, once it was 4 weeks, I knew that, you know, week 5 was gonna be cool.
So you was
'cause
doing
XYZ,
just going week by week,
I was going
Yeah.
week by week. Yeah.
day by day type shit.
Yeah.
So what were the hardest parts of it? Was it like the night training, waking up early in the morning?
I usually wake up early in the morning, like on my regular daily basis, so that was cool. But as far as like mass punishment, the weather, and then just like being like micromanaged too. Like I hate, you know, looking on my shoulder, like having somebody on me like that.
Yeah.
They kind of let off the brakes a little bit, like going down the weeks, like getting closer to graduation. But
Yeah.
I think the hardest part was probably like, you know, having somebody on you 25/8.
Yeah, and then that's
Yeah.
tough, right? Because
Yeah,
it's like going in, especially at the age you are. How old are you right now?
24.
24. So going in at the age of 24, you already kind of know what to do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm going to be there. Like, I'm the last person you got to worry about.
Yeah.
And they still treat you like they have to worry about you.
yeah,
And that's difficult, you know what I mean? That's difficult, especially as an adult. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Definitely a nuisance. So,
Yeah, for sure. What accomplishments during basic training are you most proudest about?
probably my PT scores.
PT?
Yeah,
So you was maxing out
I was
everything?
maxing out everything.
So you came in straight beasting?
Yeah,
So, okay, because I heard a lot of the soldiers that go in and they're maxing everything out, the drill sergeants fuck with them more.
yeah,
So they mess with you more. Because
Yeah.
they was trying to break you at some point, I'm sure, right?
yeah, for sure.
Like, let's see how many push-ups he can really do.
Yeah.
Or let's see how long he can stay in the front leading rest position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when they see they can't break you, one, they do respect you more, but it feel like you just under the microscope every time.
Yeah. But really, you under the radar too, because they'll be messing with you, but then, like, once other people take that spotlight, like, from everybody else, like, they just want to be noticed or they just be getting in trouble enough to where they don't even got to mess with you no more because they know that you going to be in line. They know that you going to make formation. They know that you going to make the hit times and stuff like that. So you ain't really got to do
So
too
what was
much,
one
man.
of your weaknesses? What could they do to you where they break, well, not break you, because I'm sure you hard body, but
I'd probably say, like, taking, like, some of the leadership spots during, like, the FTXs.
okay.
Because, like, it was a lot more responsibility, like, taking care of, like, the whole platoon. Sometimes it'd be, like, even, like, the company sometimes.
Oh, wow.
So really, like, the FTXs.
So you used to
get you.
conduct PT and all that stuff for the companies and the battalions? Not the
Yeah.
battalions, but the platoons and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, I would run, like, a certain station. So, like, we'd be doing, like the deadlift section. And then I'd like, run that, you know. It wasn't too, you know, physically demanding or, like, too, you know, difficult to run and whatnot. But I would say, like, the field exercises, like, you know, trying to keep all your battle buddies, like, pulling security.
Yeah.
And, you know, just trying to keep everything tight. You know, so drill sergeants don't be on you.
On
and
your
stuff
head,
like that.
yeah. Because they
It's
come
kinda
into
hard.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if something don't go right, they come into you.
Yeah.
And then you got to have an excuse or a reason why
Yep.
something didn't get done.
Yeah,
or,
they won't go for the Joes, bro. They're going straight to
yeah.
you.
Well, that's why they put you in that position. Because
Right.
they know you're going to make it happen.
Right.
And if you don't, whatever the consequence is, you can deal with it.
Yeah.
And so did you get in trouble for some of those things happening?
Yeah.
Soldiers not doing what they're supposed to do?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So did you take it, I mean, you ain't taking it personal, but do you feel some type of way about that particular individual or?
I kind of try to, like, understand.
Yeah.
But it does get kind of annoying when it's, like, repeated over and over and people are trying to help you along the way.
Right.
And you still doing the same thing. But, you know, some people are just built like that, bro.
Yeah.
You just got to get them in their right headspace to actually, like, you know,
Yeah, some
this
of
is
them,
what
some
we
of them
doing,
just
and,
don't
like,
get
bro,
it.
you just gotta get in line, man.
Right,
Like,
right.
You only got 10 weeks of it, bro. Like,
That's true.
but
So share a memorable moment of basic training with us.
probably learning all the cadences. That was a pretty memorable part. I think it brought, like,
Go ahead.
the whole, like, platoon together a lot more.
Okay, what was one of your favorite cadences?
Airborne Ranger.
Airborne Ranger? It's a good feeling to get out there and
tough.
see them cadences, huh?
Yeah. It feels
man.
like a
When you marching everybody,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell everybody something, man. To have control over a group of people and everybody is moving on your command is a hell of a feeling, bro.
it's different. It's
Yeah.
different for sure.
Cause I ain't never in a million years thought I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
And I actually got a kick out of singing cadences
Likewise.
and marching platoons, and you know what I mean, that really did something to me, man.
Yeah.
So, what was the most rewarding part of graduating basic training?
Just going through all the difficult, like, times, like, even having to be in, like, summer PTs and, like, weather that's not permitted for summer PTs,
Yeah.
or you know, going through all the field exercises and all that. And then even, like, we had something that was called, like, the Spartan Crucible at the end, where we had to march over, grab, like, a couple items, very heavy items too, with a bunch of limited people that would do limited things, because not everybody was, like, you know, giving a helping hand. But the ruck marches, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, those challenging course.
ones,
Yeah. When was the most challenging? The ruck marches or?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
That
was the
12
longest you
mile
went?
really,
Like 12.
really pushed
huh?
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are tough, man. And
Yeah.
you see people falling out. So you being a platoon guy, being a PG, you gotta be in the front. You can't fall out.
Nah.
You have expectation from you.
Right.
People are expecting for you to be the leader and complete this task.
Correct.
And so even when you feel like, damn, man, I'm ready to give up, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that?
It was hard.
What are you digging into? Like, are you thinking about graduation? Are you thinking about like life after this? Like, where are you putting yourself mentally?
Really graduation, because that would be the
That was
next
the next
step.
phase, huh?
Yeah, and I couldn't fall out. I didn't want no low PT scores, and I didn't want to be looked at the guy that like, oh, he's not gonna make it, or like, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to recycle him. That was the word that everybody did not want associated with their name was recycle. Yeah. So I just didn't want to be that person, man, especially not falling out too, cause
And making it that far,
yeah.
it's like you've already been through enough. You've been through a lot. So I'm not saying that it's easy, but we're so close to the finisher.
Ain't no
that
way I'm
ain't
gonna
no
fall out.
way. Like, you're gonna have to chop my legs off, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Real
to
deal.
really chop my feet off. I'd rather miss graduation day because I can't physically stand than miss graduation day because I didn't make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have been in formation in the wheelchair
Yeah.
before I didn't fucking make that.
And they'll give you that wheelchair too.
They will.
The pain is temporary though.
Pain is temporary,
Yeah.
pride is forever.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I kind of stand by growing up. My coach used to say that to us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going in and playing sports, and you know, as an athlete, you get pushed to limits and lengths that you didn't think you could withstand or sustain.
Yeah.
And your coaches are always yelling at you, keep going, don't stop. Keep going, don't stop, don't give up. And one of my coach's things is pain is temporary and pride is forever. You know, it's easy to give up. The easiest thing in life to do is give up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to actually have a different gear that you could switch into is a skill and a talent. And that's kind of like what you run in track. You don't start the race off fast. I mean, unless you're a sprinter, but you're long distance, you gotta pace yourself, right?
Right.
You gotta have enough gas in the tank towards the end of the race. So if you need to kick it into gear, you can.
That's true.
Opposed to doing that in the beginning and then all of a sudden you don't even finish the race.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't have that. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have that gear. They could go out there for a little bit, but when they burn out, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know how to pick themselves up.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So for you, I'm sure you're in your own head and you're talking to yourself, you're telling yourself things, you're encouraging yourself, you're uplifting yourself, and at the end of the day, man, it's a wonderful feeling, ain't it?
It is.
Like,
It
it's
is.
one of the dopest feelings to complete something, especially when you see other people that can't even get halfway through it.
Yeah.
You know, when you see your peers and your partners, they're not even making it a cut. You know what I'm saying? And that's the big thing. So how has this experience changed you as a person?
Definitely made me a stronger leader. for
Stronger
sure.
leader?
Yeah.
More vocal?
Yeah, that too. But also kind of putting me in a uncomfortable zone. I have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that comes with like any position, like outside of just being like a regular Joe.
Yeah.
Because they'll give you the flag and you got to know what to do. So like when the drill sergeants are calling, at attention or, bugle calls and things
Yeah,
like that, like
yeah.
you got to be on point.
Every time.
So you got to be that foreman to pretty much like know everything, learn everything too. So it puts you in a better, predicament too for the future.
Yeah.
Even being in the service because you're building up your resume.
Right, absolutely.
So I would just say like being comfortable, being uncomfortable for
So
sure.
are you trying to grow up in the ranks?
Yeah, definitely.
You are? So right now, what's your rank?
I'm a PFC, so private first
You're
class.
a private first class.
Yeah.
So you came in as a P. So
I
coming
have,
in as
yeah.
a private first class, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because that means you did something prior to that to
Yeah.
get
college.
that accomplishment. So
Yeah.
the college helped you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because when I went as a private. I ain't had no damn rank, bro.
Fuzzy.
I was super fuzzy. I didn't even know what a private was. Like, I didn't, when everybody gets your rank, when they're giving out your uniforms and
Yeah.
you get your rank to put on, I didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, where my shit at?
Right.
They like, well, what'd you come in as? I'm like, nigga, I don't know. So I look at my paperwork. I'm like, oh, I'm a private. It's like, yeah, you don't get one. I'm like, what you mean? So
Nah, you a fuzzy, bro.
but I'm 27 years old.
Yeah.
I look like one of these little scrubs, bro.
Yeah.
So I was determined. I was determined to get some rank on my chest, bro. I really, really was, man. So I used that as motivation. Cause I was a platoon guy. I was a fuzzy, and I was a platoon guy. I had no rank, bro, and I was in charge of my platoon. So I'm leading private PV2s, PFCs, and E4s.
Yeah.
They put me in front of them because they seen something in me, regardless of my rank.
Right.
And they made sure before I left basic training that I left with rank.
Yeah.
So when I got to my first duty station, I was a PV2. You know what I mean? And it feels better because when I got to my duty station, I still seen some privates. I still seen a couple fuzzies like, damn, y'all niggas ain't got no rank.
Hey, bro.
Because in the military, it's a rank structure, right?
Yeah.
And you get respect based off of rank, which I don't think is fair, but it happens.
Yeah.
That's life sometimes, you know what I mean? Because some people take advantage of their rank, you
Of
know.
course.
And when you get to your duty station, and you start seeing some of these E4s, E5s, you know, not all of them are going to be qualified or equipped for that.
Right.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But when you get in that position, you don't have to act like them. You know what I mean? You could do for your soldiers. You could be a better leader. You could be a sergeant for the soldiers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that.
As a fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. No, for real, for real. So, what advice would you give someone preparing for basic training?
Ooh, preparing for basic training, I would say
What would you tell them to learn?
time management.
Time management?
Yeah. Always make your hit times.
Okay.
The schedule's there for a reason. I mean, the Army is pretty much the easiest job, bro.
Yeah.
You show up, they tell you what to wear, they tell you what to do. All you got to do is show up.
To show up.
Good attitude, and you good, bro.
You good to go.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to just add this too. Learn your rank structure.
Yeah.
Because you got to make sure you calling these people by the rank, by the right rank structure, right?
They'll make sure that you know that in there too.
Yeah.
They'll make
So
sure
don't
that,
call me no sergeant when I'm a sergeant first class.
Right.
Or don't call me no staff sergeant when I'm a sergeant first class.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure you call that officer sir.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't call a sergeant sir. You know,
Nah.
these are things that I didn't know going in. And it was tough because I'm calling myself being polite. Move it, move it, move it. Yes, sir. Now, what? Get your ass over here. What the fuck you think you talking to? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I don't know what the hell did I do wrong. I just said yes, sir. But they got a rank, and you
Yeah.
need to address me as such.
And respect that too.
And respect that, you know? And another thing I'm going to say is learn the soldier creed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you had to memorize that.
Yeah.
Did you
Mar
know?
had me with that, yeah.
Yeah.
I learned it right before I
Got
came
in.
over too.
Right.
Luckily, my recruiter printed it out because I told him to print it out.
He wouldn't
But-
have did it if
but
you
he
didn't.
wouldn't have did it if I
Because my
would've told him.
recruiter didn't do that to me. I had to learn that in basic training, which put me steps behind these cats. Because I'm like, yo, what's the soldier's creed? What the fuck? I didn't even know I didn't know the first word.
Yeah.
I am an American soldier. I didn't even know that. That's the most simple part of it. I had no idea what the soldier's creed was. So the first few days in basic training, in order to end our day and get released, you have to recite at least a sentence or two of the soldier's creed.
Yeah.
And I was one of the very last people that got to get released because I had no idea. So that's why I was telling you, bro, learn that soldier's creed.
Right.
Because there was people there that didn't know it, right?
Nah.
Yeah, it was people there looking like, what the fuck?
But even the whole time that we were there saying it, you know, before chow in the morning, you know, during other exercises and shit like that, like, they still just wouldn't grasp it or
Yeah.
even, like, take the time to learn it.
On their
either.
own.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I had to do because I didn't know it. And I hated the feeling of not being on point, especially in front of people when you seeing other people doing it. So my spare time, the little bit of free time we did have, I would try to study it.
Right.
A sentence at a time, paragraph at a time. And before you know it, bro, I'm standing in front of the formation, saying it with my whole chest, man.
Yeah.
And it's a great feeling when you could do that from beginning to end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing, the 3 general orders.
Yep. The 3 general orders too.
Gotta learn the 3 general orders.
Yeah.
Because you will get tested on that. They will quiz you about that. They will. randomly ask you what your 3 general orders are. They will ask you what's the 2nd general order, what's the 3rd general order, and you got to stand up and recite it word for word.
Because that one day that you don't think that they going to not call on you, bro, they going to pick on you that day too.
Yeah.
If you don't know it, they got your name now. And pretty much when they got your name, bro, it's raps.
It's raps,
Unless you, like,
you
really
red
standing
flag
out like that. Yeah.
You red flag.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now that you completed basic training, right? You are actually in AIT right now, right?
Yeah.
What's your MOS?
91 Bravo. It's
91 Bravo.
wheel mechanic.
A wheel mechanic?
Yeah.
So where you doing your AIT at?
I'm in Virginia at Fort Lee.
Fort Lee, Virginia?
Or Fort Greg Adams now, yeah.
Okay. How long is that?
It's 14 weeks.
14 weeks?
Yeah, I'm about 4 weeks in right now.
You're 4 weeks in. They let you come home for the holidays?
Right.
Okay. So how does it feel to be home and actually...
I feel free.
Shit. You respect your freedom a little bit more.
Yeah, I can relax. I could eat mom's cooking for sure.
Yeah.
I get to see my family.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing, man. I mean.
And right before the holidays too.
Yeah.
Couldn't have came at a better time.
Not at a better time.
Couldn't have came at a better time.
AIT's not bad either.
Yeah.
But definitely does not beat being at home. So.
No, for sure. But you're one step closer to the real army.
Right.
Real army.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you don't have to worry about you. You know what I'm saying? So graduating basic training. So give me some of your accomplishments from basic training. What did you graduate? Honor grad? Cause you Iron Soldier. What's up? Tell us about it.
So Iron Soldier, that was number 1. I took pride in that because I knew physically I wanted to be, the top of my class and whatnot, or my company.
So this is the top like 5 or 10% of your class, right?
Oh, I'm number 1.
Oh, you're okay.
I'm number 1. Yeah.
Facts.
And then
my dog.
Number 2, we had Soldier of the Cycle. So I was a nominee for it. It's pretty much you have to know, the general orders, land nav, learn your land nav too.
Yeah. Land nav.
The Soldier's Creed, everything like that. They'll pretty much quiz you on everything. And then you gotta be pretty much a perfect soldier to a T to pretty much get Soldier of the Cycle. But I was pretty much working on the PT. And
shout out to you, my boy.
I appreciate that, Mark.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But yeah, big ups to Mark because he, sent me, straight before I even went in there to kind of like give me a little, insight on how it be. But I'd probably say Iron Soldier is my biggest achievement in there. And then learning all the different positions too, cause like being in the armory, like getting your weapons to clean and whatnot. Being like a squad leader, and then from a squad leader to a platoon leader, and then guide on and other things like that. So learning the different positions, and then I'd probably say Iron Soldier is my top.
Hey, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
That's super dope. Like you said, Iron Soldier, only one soldier get that, man.
Yeah.
Only one soldier get that, and that means everybody's voting for you. You know what I'm saying? So that means not only did you catch the eye of your drill sergeants, but you caught the eyes of other drill sergeants as well.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about your character, and that says a lot about what you want for yourself in life. You're always gonna shoot for the stars.
Oh, I'll always get 100. Yeah.
And when you came to me about the idea of joining the military, I instantly knew. I was like, yeah, do it. I was like, yeah, do it for sure.
Yeah.
But I was just like, bro, I suggest you do the Army. And, we discussed my reasons why. But for one, I was just letting you know, bro, you gonna be the man, dog.
Yeah.
Like you won't have no worries. Like, get through basic training, bro. Like once you get through basic training, you're gonna be straight, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everything's gonna work out for you just because of the character that you have, and just because of the desires and everything else that you want to do with your own life. You know what I mean? Regardless if you was not in the military, you still want more for yourself. You've never been the person to just settle. You know what I mean? You just haven't found something to hang your hat on yet.
Yeah.
So now that you finally found a military for this particular moment of your life to hang your hat on, you about to max it out.
Yeah.
And you did. And now you're going to reap the rewards and the benefits from all that shit. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? So, like I said, when you told me, I was like, yeah, man, do it. Because I knew you would be a good soldier, bro. I knew you would be good for the United States military in general.
Appreciate
Whatever branch you went into, you was going to be a fucking stud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I believed in you from the beginning, brother. So, and I still
Love,
believe
man.
in you.
I appreciate that,
for
Mar,
sure.
for real.
So now that all that's over with, man, and you about to get to the real world, what does serving the Army mean to you personally?
Serving the Army is definitely a privilege to get to serve. Um, Definitely a different type of motion, transferring from being a civilian to a soldier. And I enjoy being a soldier. It's easy for me, and it pretty much like lines up with my values and what I could pretty much do for the Army. And they see that in me too. So I'll try to do that in the best of my ability. So when I'm serving, yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, again, man, thank you for serving your country, man. Thank you for taking that leap and joining the military, fighting for your country. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Again, I always say this. A lot of people say they woulda did it, they shoulda did it, they coulda did it, but they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And you did it, bro.
Yeah.
And it ain't over yet, but it's damn near
It's
over,
getting
bro.
there, yeah.
It's a job now.
Yeah.
Just go do your job, bro. All that yelling and screaming, like I tell people, once you get out of basic training, that's like getting out of camp. If you
Right.
play the sport, you play football, basketball, it's like getting out of a camp. Now this is a regular season. You know, you show up, you do your job, and you make sure your team win, and
Real
you
deal.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, anybody want to shout out moms, pops?
Shout
brothers?
out Mom, Pop. Got my brother in the cut too, Devon, at SMU, man. And then you got my little brother too, Ian. He in the workforce, killing shit and
That's right.
whatnot. And yeah.
Hey, man, you got a good family, man. Got a beautiful family. Like I said, I've been knowing you guys for a while now, man, and just having a relationship with you, your brothers, your pops, man, I don't take any of that for granted. You guys been loyal from the very, very beginning. When I was in barber school, probably, or just graduating, it was very, very earlier into my barbering career, and we've been locked in ever since, man. So I appreciate that. Appreciate what you do, man. Good luck in the
Likewise, Mar.
future, bro.
Yes,
And,
sir.
yeah, man. Thank you for your time, dog.
Of course, you too.
So.